the first thing I want to talk about, what does for sale mean? Well, we believe there are two main outcomes that both will result in 20 to 30p, or obviously there's still a chance of 0. The reason that we think it will be 20 to 30p is likely that creditors will not want debt for shares or debt for equity, and so that's a good thing for shareholders, because then we have leverage that they don't want to do that trade-off. They actually want to get their debt back, and so you've got to look at it through the lens of how do creditors get the absolutely most money. And that is through a couple of ways. At this point, you would typically expect shareholders already to have lost equity for credit. And that is because typically stocks do not have a board of director chairman that holds a 20% stake in the business. And so I think it is, whatever the outcome is, it's clear that the stakeholders have been fighting to retain equity of the stock, because I don't think we would be here today if they weren't. But yeah, so there's basically a document from the debtor, from the Chapter 11 filings, that shows that all the debt has been moved away from rest of world. And you can actually go to the debtors, you can see the list of debtors, and you'll notice that none of the debtors are the rest of world. So basically, this is why we think of those two outcomes that we heard about earlier. One of them is that we lose Regal and we lose a significant amount of debt. Basically, we have no debt. We lose Regal, but we have no debt, and we just have rest of world. And then the question becomes, what is rest of world worth with 0 debt? And the answer, that's probably, that we loosely came up with, it's a loose guideline, is 20-ish p is what we think rest of world would be worth. Just bear in mind, rest of world does not include the UK business. So the only debtors right now are the UK business and Regal. And so that's all we feel we stand to lose. That's the maximum we stand to lose. The second outcome is preserving the group, but with significant dilution.